Hello, Gemini. Welcome. Welcome to your June love and finances reading. I am just so happy to be here and take some time and dig into the energies and see what's coming in for you. Super exciting because it's a big month. Like it's, we're in the time of Gemini right now, and we have the full moon and the lunar eclipse coming in tonight, and retrograde season, and just so much going on. So I really hope you're keeping well, and I hope that things are in flow for you. Couple quick announcements before we get started. I did a meditation prior to getting into your reading, and I immediately seen the Star of David. So it was very illuminated. What that speaks to me about is, the triangular shape, pointing upwards and pointing downwards. I can't remember which one represents masculine and which one represents feminine, but with that being said, I just feel that getting into your energy right now, you're beginning to master both the masculine and the feminine energy within yourself, which is really, it's remarkable and it's beautiful. So I just wanted to say kudos to you for getting into, and really starting to understand that we all have that within ourselves. And sometimes one dominates more than the other, but to be able to bring that into a balance is a really beautiful thing. So if that's something you're working on, I just wanted to say kudos, because it's a big deal. And just being a master of yourself and what energy that you are sitting in is super important. What else did I want to say about that? That's it for now. Okay, so masculine, feminine energy, transformational times for us, transformational times for you. So a couple other things. I am getting into creating a line of ritualistic baths, bath salts. So these bath salts are very special. It's the first product that I'm launching on my new venture. My venture into just myself. It's a lot. It's beautiful. So yeah, I'm in a creation mode, and that's what happens when we have so much time to ourselves, which is just so beautiful. So anyways, I'm charging my bath salts right now, and I just got a lot of beautiful things being put together. So if that's something that may be of interest to you, if you are the type of person that likes to honor yourself, honor your body, honor the moon, right, honor the phases and the changes that we go through, it might be something of interest. And so when that comes out, just subscribe to my channel, and when anything new comes out, you'll be updated on all that information, and just to stay connected. What else? Oh, please comment. Let me know how these energies are playing out in your personal situation. I really enjoy to know what, if the messages resonated, and, what is transpiring within these energies that you're dealing with, because that is the main focus of this journey that I'm going through. It's about connection. It's about getting the message out there, and helping give some guidance in regards to what it is that you may be challenged with or going through at this time. I think that's it. Yeah, let's get into you. Oh, last thing, Gemini, I am going to be doing my prayer first and then shuffling the cards, because I may get further downloads during the prayer. So I wanted to keep those two things separate, because the ability to just really tap into spirit and divine in the prayer process is really vital in what we're doing here. So Gemini, thank you for being here. Spirit, Heavenly Father, guardian angels, divine source, universe, I'm calling into you today to get all of the messages in regards to Gemini's love and finances. What are the messages that Gemini needs to hear in regards to love and finances right now? Spirit, I wanted to continue to thank you for blessing me and my family with so much beauty, so much love, so much abundance, prosperity. Thank you for blessing my garden with the vegetables and everything that it will bear. Thank you for blessing me with this home. Thank you for blessing me with this room, this space. Thank you for blessing me with all of the messages in regards to Gemini and their love and finances. Thank you for continuing to use me as a vessel into the energies of Gemini, and thank you for showing me all of the messages clearly so I can communicate them clearly to Gemini. Thank you for coming into this conversation, Spirit. Thank you. Thank you. Gemini, you may be in an energy of really craving a vacation, really craving to go sit on a beach somewhere surrounded by palm trees or something rainforest-like. I was seeing some flowers. I was seeing almost like rainforest type greenery around you, with, you know, waves and an ocean. So that might be something that you're working towards or you're just aspiring towards right now. We all deserve a vacation, Gemini. Honestly, I know it. So it's funny because we're casting what we want here. The three of wands, 6 of swords, casting what we want, moving away from something weird. Anyways, let's get into you here, Gemini. I'm using my Chakra Wisdom Tarot deck. I absolutely love this deck. It speaks to our chakras, which are super important. Balancing those and opening them so we can do work, so our aura is clear and working the way it's supposed to for us. Yeah, okay. No. Spirit, give me the messages. That's 4. Spirit, give me the financial messages. 2 more for finances, Spirit. 2 more. Oh, that. Okay. Okay, some progress. So like we were talking about in the beginning of this reading, when I mentioned mastering your feminine and your negative, or feminine and masculine energies, excuse me. So what came out for you first in our love sector, Gemini, was the Hanged Woman. So the Hanged Woman really speaks to a time of suspension or holdup, and that's that moment that we spend before transformation happens, before our sudden epiphanies and realizations happen. So in regards to relationships, it's speaking to a learning phase and kind of having to really dig deep into ourselves and also be patient with ourselves. Sometimes it's hard to, you know, we have an idea of how things are supposed to look in a relationship, and then we set these, you know, preemptive expectations in regards to relationships and what things should look like. And you know, when it comes to being in flow, it's an understanding that not everything is going to turn out in regards to our expectations of the situation, because there are other energies at play. When it comes to relationships and other individuals, their personal situations and their story and their, time of growth and realization and transformation is different for all individuals, right? So I feel like the Hanged Woman comes in and teaches you to understand that not every person is like us individually, and our transformation happens in our own time, and so does others. So the Hanged Woman speaks to me that you are coming to an understanding that, your transformation is more important than, focusing on someone else, transforming at the same time as you. It's important for you to do your personal work on your own time and your own terms. And that's what's happening right now. You may be coming out of that moment and being that transformed individual, or this will play out closer to the end of June, where that shift actually happens internally and you become the butterfly, because the Hanged Woman speaks to, in that cocoon phase. And, it also warrants us to be patient with ourselves, because, that's when you're at your most fragile state, when you are becoming the beautiful thing that you are intended to be. So also note that in transformation, how can I explain this? In transformation, it might seem difficult and hard and almost, kind of cold and chilling at times. But those are the times that you're supposed to go within, and hold true your inner source of warmth and love, and utilize that to get you through that time, while you are intended to be in a cocoon phase of, growth. One more thing to note is that growth happens in levels, in different levels. We could come to realizations of things late in our life that, we almost look at ourselves and we're like, shouldn't I know this already? Or shouldn't I have learned this already? And the goal here is for you to be patient with yourself and kind to yourself, because growth happens in levels, different levels. And on our journeys, we are meant to learn certain things. And in the process of learning, we need to be kind to ourselves, and, focus on the progress and not the regression, because that's what's going to help you gracefully move through your changes and challenges. So then the Princess of Swords comes in. So this tells me that there's some communication that is meant to happen. And again, it's another cold card. So that communication, you may have been giving somebody almost like the cold shoulder, but still wanting to communicate with them in your love situation. But, going within and finding that inner warmth is important. Again, Princess of Swords is ruled by a green card. So that's heart chakra stuff. So if you're going to communicate, I would advise to communicate clearly from your heart source, because those are the things that you want to grow. Sometimes we can be caught with a cold tongue and quick things to say, but we want to ensure that we're speaking from our heart space when we're talking to people, especially in regards to love. So then the Six of Coins comes in and the Seven of Coins comes in. So this speaks to me very loudly that the growth is there. It's happening, and you are getting ready to sow and not sow, but, harvest the things that you've sown. And that's coming in June. So really focusing in on how you speak. And if you want to talk to somebody, definitely make the effort, but ensure that you're speaking from the right space of your heart. Six of Coins speaks to balancing things out and kind of leveling up. And that doesn't surprise me when it comes to you being a Gemini. We just spoke about the masculine and the feminine energies and you leveling up as an individual. When it comes to our relationships, there needs to be that equal give and take, or the relationship that is there needs to be an equal effort on each side to make it a balanced situation. So that may be part of the discussion that you need to have with whomever you are in a love relationship with. And then the Seven of Coins comes in. And like I said, that's speaking to in June, you're going to be able to, pluck from the tree of love that you have sown. So your love looks really good, Gemini. And, that doesn't surprise me because you guys are true lovers, right? And romantics. So fellow air signs, I love that so much. Okay, so let's get into your finances. I see a little bit of trouble in your finances because there may be some spending. There may be some spending unnecessarily, almost like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like shopaholic spending, just because like the first thing that comes in is justice. So Justice is speaking to, again, karmic balance, right? So in your money situation, there's a karmic balance that may be happening right now, and that could have anything to do with the coronavirus, like things coming in, right? So there needs to be an equal give and take when it comes to finances. So the devil comes in, so there could be an influencer that is influencing your ability to make or spend money. And with that being said, I would really pay attention to how you're spending, right? Like look at your budget, look at where your money is going, and really just hunker down on what your finances are being spent on, because with justice, that could be legal matters too, right? There could have, there could be a settlement that may be coming in or a large sum of money, but we don't want to have the devil influencing that spending. So just take heed to that, pay attention to that in June. The Princess of Cups comes in. So this is like premature energy, like premature offering of love, but it's because this is your finances side. It speaks to me that, there could be a job offering that might be a little bit unstable. So just really pay attention to that. And then your Eight of Wands comes in. So this is energy of, messaging back and forth. This could be emails coming in. This is, a direction that you're looking to go towards. But again, is it driven in the right direction? Like where are you intending to move towards when it comes to your work? And, where because this could speak to travel too, right? So Princess of Cups, an offering of a job that may or may not be stable, right? Because it's premature energy. And then Eight of Wands speaking to, potential travel, messaging, and it's red energy. So ensure that whatever you're moving towards, you feel safe with. And, it's important that you pay attention to those factors, right? Like, is this what I want? And is this, where I want to be? Because there's a karmic balance. And when it speaks to the things we want and we truly want, the things that are really in our heart source, that is what's going to benefit you if you move towards it. Because when it speaks to karma, if we're doing the things that we don't want to do, then those things are going to fall at some point anyways. So, and with the devil energy here, I'm just going to pull a couple more cards to find out what the actual influence is that's behind this devil energy in your finances. Spirit, what is the energy behind that devil? We've got the Six of Wands, some sort of victory. Spirit, give me more. Ten of Wands, very, very fiery energy. Ten of Wands is like a, like I'm up, I'm packing all my things and I'm going, too many heavy burdens, can't really function anymore. It's closing out a bad cycle. So there's a cycle closing out. Devil energy that's in your money sector. There's a cycle closing out. And the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is coming in for some quick message. He's got a message to deliver. It's truth. So it seems to me that the devil is somebody who came in on a high horse and may have affected your finances somehow. And the Ten of Wands, it's, like right now, it's like I'm just, closing out the cycle of heavy burden and lack, basically. And the Knight of Swords comes in with that. So that speaks to a message of truth and quick movement. Spirit, give me more on the Eight of Wands. Give me more on the Eight of Wands, please. Okay, what do we got here? Three of Wands and the Seven of Swords. Three of Wands is you casting your desires out. It's manifestation, and it is waiting for basically your ships to come in of everything, prosperity, money, because it's Three of Wands, it's desire as well. But then the Seven of Swords comes in. So the Seven of Swords is speaking to me because this Princess of Cups may be premature energy. And then the Eight of Wands, possible travel for work. And then the Seven of Swords comes in. So there could be like a thief in the night, somebody who thief in the night. Let's, Spirit, give me two more cards for the Seven of Swords. The Hierophant upside down. So like a marriage that may not have worked. Six of Pentacles, possible like reconciliation, balancing. Two of Pentacles, deciding on two different partners or two different, there may be two different people going for the same job. And then the Hermit comes in. One more, Spirit, for the Eight of Wands. One more card for the Eight of Wands. One more card for the Eight of Wands. Queen of Wands. So there may be some competition. That may be why this Princess of Cups and Eight of Wands comes in. It tells me that there's some potential competition there. So I would take heed to that. If you are driven towards a specific job, just note that, there may be some competition that you might have to deal with, which isn't surprising in the times that we're in. I think a lot of people are unemployed. So just, keep that in mind. And what do we got here? We got the Four of Swords. So this time, and the Ten of Cups. Four of Swords and the Ten of Cups. So that tells me that no matter what, you're going to win. There's emotional fulfillment in your work life. You know, it's going to turn out for you, but there could be a time of rest and respite that you're not expecting. So potentially you could be planning on going to a new job or a work situation commencing a little bit sooner than you think, but it still all turns out for you with the 10 of Cups there. So we're going to get a little bit of advice from Spirit on your June love and money. Spirit, give me one card for Gemini's love and money in regards to advice. Spirit, give me one card for Gemini's love and money in regards to advice. One card. There it is. The Swan Queen. Okay, so Gemini. The Swan Queen brings transformation, intuition, and patience. So this is your advice from Spirit. It speaks to so loudly in regards to everything that we've already talked about, because the transformation is you right now in the Hanged Woman position. The Hanged Woman and the Princess of Swords in regards to your love are they're very ice cold cards. The Swan Queen brings in this transformation, but it's in a time of almost like, you know, ice cold. So you may need to, you know, sit within a little bit of a colder energy and let that transformation happen, and be patient with yourself in the process, because, you know, having Justice and the Devil in your financial situation may speak to there may need to be a balancing, and especially with the Devil coming in, because that is, you know, speaking to like a toxic cycle or just an energy that you may need to, you know, really control or move away from. There's some transformation that needs to happen there. You know, especially when, you know, the 10 of Wands comes in to clarify, and that's just a really heavy burden time. So it may be good for you to focus on the things that you do have, to be able to boost your mentality, and just affirm specific things that you do want to see rather than things that you don't want to see. That may be a message for somebody. But the Swan Queen, you know, is ensuring that you're going through a time of transformation, which is not surprising because we are in Gemini right now. We are in your time to, you know, really reflect and transform. And, you know, there's a lot of energy around this right now. So just be patient with yourself, love yourself, be kind. You know, if you're finding that you are having a hard time with energy, you know, there's lots of different things you could do. You could take nice baths, and today would actually be a perfect day for that because we are in full moon time right now. So take a nice bath with some salts, and that'll help balance your energies out. Thanks, Gemini, for being here. That was your message.